Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my office room. I'm so excited because I'm going to be sharing a really good handful of books that have honestly made such a big difference in my real estate career. All these books right here that I'm going to share with you have been crucial to my real estate career, and I truly do not believe my real estate career would have I just don't believe I would have been able to succeed in a career as a real estate agent, I guess you could say, if it were not for reading these books, most of them honestly toward the beginning of my career. So a lot of these books have been very foundational, you could say, to my business. They are books that helped lay the foundation for a healthy, thriving, lucrative real estate business. And I don't know if you are familiar, but there is a statistic that says 90-something% of people that get their real estate license do not even make it, what is it, like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, something like that. In the industry, there is a very high failure rate in real estate, but it doesn't have to be the case. Why reinvent the wheel? A couple of them are just like business books in general, which are very much so going to be valuable to your real estate business if you're a realtor, but most of them are real estate specific. So why would you go around not knowing what to do, not knowing how to get clients or run your business successfully, when there are people who have done it so successfully in these books, laying the foundation, literally laying the pathway, telling you exactly what to do. All you got to do is read the books and then copy exactly what they did, and you will have a successful business as well. So I know that you are going to want to stay tuned until the very, very, very end today. You are not going to want to miss one of these books. You won't want to miss any of them, I promise you. And at the very end, I'm also going to share a bonus book that is not included in this pile, a bonus book that you need to know about. This last one's probably been the most impactful for my real estate career. So be sure to stay tuned until the very end today. You don't want to miss anything. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Mariah. I'm a real estate agent in the beautiful state of Oregon. If you have a client relocating to or just needing an agent in Oregon, send them our way. My husband and I, we're a real estate team, would love to take great care of your people and give you a referral fee. I got my real estate license, jumped in, became a full-time realtor, solo agent when I was 18. And a couple years after being licensed, my husband was able to quit his job and join me. We've been a team ever since. I now have pulled back a lot. I'm still very much so involved in our real estate business, but my life looks a lot different now. Any of the reasons is because I've applied some of the things in some of these books that have helped me have the ability to scale my business and pull back where and when I can, and all of that. Subscribe and hit the bell. I come on here every single week with new videos, and let's get into these books, you guys. I have my coffee. Grab your beverage of choice. Let's get into it. Every single one of these books, and also a very good handful of other books that I would recommend that are business related and not, that have improved my life in many different ways, are going to be linked below on my Amazon storefront. So if you want to purchase any of these books that you see today, any of them speak to you and you're like, I'm ready to take that book and apply that to my real estate business too, you can find them on my Amazon storefront. There's a link to that in the description, and you can just find the category What I'm Reading, I believe is what it's called, and just scroll through until you find the books you're looking for. We are going to start with this one. As you can see, it is so well loved because like it's even been ripped up. So this is a book that I did read at the very beginning of my real estate career, and it really did help set the foundation for how I wanted to run things and do things in my business. A little bit of background about this book. Less is more is this guy's motto. He is a efficiency expert. This book is called Less Doing, More Living, Make Everything in Life Easier by Ari Meisel. This is the book, as you can see here. So this book is one of the few that I'm going to share today that is actually not just real estate specific. It is a business book. However, I can say from personal experience, I've read it multiple times throughout my life now, and this book can be directly applied to your real estate business. Everything in this book can be directly applied to your real estate business, and I have applied to my real estate business, and it has truly helped give me a lot more time freedom in my business than I otherwise would have. Because you guys know, if you're not new on this channel, you know we are all about like making more while working less and scaling your business and time freedom over here. That is what we are about. And so a little bit of background about this book. The author of this book is a guy who is a very successful entrepreneur. He owns many different businesses, was very much a hustler and workaholic though, and he actually ended up being diagnosed with a incurable autoimmune disease. And through a lot of trial and error and holisticness, and also applying the things that he's talking about here to his businesses to work way less and not live that like super stressed out lifestyle, he actually ended up having his incurable autoimmune disease completely erased, and he ended up being completely cured of it. And that's not what this book's about. I don't think he even really tells his story in this book. This book really does just jump right to the point. Like from the very first chapter, it's talking about the 80-20 rule. So this book really gets right to the point. That is his story, but that is a little bit about the author's story, but this book is not about his story. It's not about health. There is one small chapter at the very end about wellness and how it does tie into your business, but this book is about productivity in your business, and like it says, less doing more, living, making more while you work less, all those things. That is the first book I recommend to you guys. So this next book is called How to YouTube, Attract More Clients, Sell More Houses, Make More Money for Real Estate Agents. Those are the authors at the bottom, but it looks like this. So this book right here, I'm just gonna be flat out honest. I have read it cover to cover, but this is very basic. If you are the person who's like, I want to start a YouTube channel for my real estate business, or honestly, this probably would apply to other businesses too, but for my real estate business specifically, I want to start a YouTube channel, start generating leads. This is like the I know nothing. I'm starting from zero. I'm starting with zero knowledge about YouTube playbook. He's going to show you, he does go through things like coming up with what to talk about, but it's a lot of basic things like how to even make your YouTube channel. I don't know. It's good. It's basic. I don't think you can go wrong reading it. I do think you can get more meaty, in-depth information about running a YouTube channel for your business from my YouTube channel, this one you're watching right now. Go to my channel. I have an entire playlist called something about like marketing, real estate marketing, video marketing, all of that. Find that playlist, and I do think you can find a lot more like in-depth, juicy information about doing this than this book will give you, but this is like the basics. And I think even for someone like me, who I would consider a marketing gal, a marketing person, because I do handle our marketing for a business and I do run a YouTube channel, not this one. I ran a couple other YouTube channels that bring us consistent business. So that is a part of my work and my life and my business. As somebody who does do that and has studied that a lot, I still like to go back to the basics sometimes myself. So this is like very foundational, very basic, simple first step. But maybe if you're like in your head and you're like, I want to start a YouTube channel for my business, I don't know where to start, just read this book and it's going to literally lay it out for you. And there's no excuses to not start after you read this book. There's even scripts at the end. Like it literally has scripts and 50 plus video ideas. Okay, there you go. This next book is called 3 Clients in 30 Days. If you had to start from ground zero, no sphere, no contacts, no past clients, here's your 30-day top producer blueprint by Krista Mayshore. This book is very unique because the author has interviewed in this book, I don't know how many, like every chapter is a new agent, top producing agents, the very top producing agents all over this country. She has interviewed them and asked them exactly what would you do to get 3 clients in 30 days, your first 30 days in real estate. If you're like, I'm brand new, I need to get clients, what's the blueprint? And they lay it out for you. So no matter how you want to get business, somebody's gonna be speaking in this book to your style. And it's honestly just such a great blueprint. Like if you are brand new and you don't know where to start, buy this book because it's going to lay it out for you. And if you actually do the things that this book says, if you actually follow the blueprint, there's literally no reason to not succeed, to not get traction in your real estate business. This next book, guys, it's an oldie, it's a goodie. I'm not going to spend too much time on it though, because you already know, if you are familiar on my channel, if you've been here for a while, you know this is an old classic. I love this one. Another one, probably read it for the first time when I was 18 and have reread it many, many times since. No, it is not a real estate book. However, There's a new and improved version, actually. I should probably get that one. I have the old school one. This is called The 4-Hour Work Week. Escape the 9 to 5, live anywhere, join the new rich. How Tim went from $40,000 per year and 80 hours a week to working 80 hours a week to $40,000 to $40,000 a month and 4 hours per week. So this book, some of the things you cannot apply directly to real estate because real estate is different than this guy's business, but many of the things you can. My husband and I have really scaled our business. It's something we've been so intentional about. We've even had seasons where we have chosen to make less money, still have a successful business, still make our, a living doing real estate, but to maybe make less than what we could because we really, 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 really value time freedom. We value being able to say, you know what, in a few weeks, let's take off and be gone for a month as a family. Or, oh, this cruise looks fun. Let's go on this cruise in a few weeks. Like, we value that type of living. I'm homeschooling my daughter. By the way, guys, I have a new YouTube channel. I will link it below if I remember to, where I share a lot more like personal life things like that that have been going on in my life besides just real estate things. But what I'm trying to say is we really value time freedom. And running our business this way though, where it is very scaled now and we do have a ton of time freedom, it did not just happen. We have been so intentional for years. We've been intentional to get to the point where we're at now. And so all that to say, this book, no, you cannot apply every single thing to your real estate production business. However, you can apply a lot of it. You can apply a lot of it, and it has truly blessed our life and our business. I would even say if agent attraction is something that you are wanting to tap into for your business, first of all, contact me. Let's set up a Zoom call. I'd love to chat with you about it. I'd love to help you set up a game plan and a strategy to do that in your market because that is something we are doing. We do have a network of agents at our company, at our brokerage. That is a stream of passive income for us. If you're like, what does that even mean? Head over to my channel. I have an entire playlist called Real Broker Explained. But if that is something you're interested in, like revenue share, tapping into that, if you're with a brokerage that has that, like Real Broker, first of all, reach out to me. I would love to help you and be a guide for you in that way and just share what's worked for me and help come up with a plan for you as well, because I think this is such an amazing thing to tap into for real estate agents. However, this is a really good book I would read. No, it's not about revenue share, but if that's something you want to do, I do think this book has some really good systems and strategies and just things that honestly can help with that aspect of your business as well. So this next book, you guys, this is a good one. It's called 6 Steps to 7 Figures, a real estate professional's guide to building wealth and creating your own destiny by Pat Haben. I think every real estate agent, if you're a new realtor, you should just read all these books. Like, I truly think you should read every one of these cover to cover. I'm going to say that about all of them. Like, I was about to say, if you're a new realtor, you need to read this book. But I truly think that about all these books. If you're a new realtor, you literally need all these books. Just read all of them, okay? Thank me later. This book talks about how Pat went from being a raging workaholic to taking 153 days off a year. He raised his average sale price massively. He just upped his business a ton. And it does have it. Some of the strategies in this book are going to maybe feel a little old school, but it is foundational. Some of it is mindset for realtors. It is gold advice, and every realtor needs to read this book right here. This next book, I have not read in a very long time, so I really don't remember a lot of it. It's going to be hard for me to really say too much about it, but I do know when I read it at the time many, many years ago, it made an impact on me. It talks a lot about mindset, personal vision, time management, things that are really good foundational things to have set as a foundation for your business, whether it's real estate or another business. These are foundational things that are going to help you be a better realtor, business person, honestly, human. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Powerful Lessons in Personal Change, Stephen R. Covey, however you say his name. This next one is called YouTube for Real Estate Agents, Learn how to get free real estate leads and Never Cold Call Again by Karen Kerr, whoever she is. This is her. This is another one of those where it's like, if you read this book, you have the game plan. If you actually read the book and then you do what it says, you follow the game plan in the book, there's literally no reason not to have consistent lead flow in your business. There's no reason, because what she's talking about works. I know it for personal experience. I haven't followed this exactly to a T, but I have gotten a lot of inspiration from it. She talks about her YouTube channel for her real estate business and how she gets all these leads from her YouTube channel. And how she attracts her ideal client from her YouTube channel. I have gotten a lot of ideas from this book, but like I said, I do go a little bit different of a route, but there are a lot of similarities in how I get my leads to how she gets her leads. So regardless, this is a must read for real estate agents. It's a must. Sell 100 plus homes a year, how we use engagement marketing technology and lead gen to sell 100 plus homes a year every year. Same author as one of the first books I mentioned. Here it is right here. It's what it looks like. And this book is another one of those foundational books that I think is really important for every real estate agent to read. This one's a little different from her last one, where the last one we talked about was where she interviewed all the different agents and they gave their game plan of like, this is exactly what I would do if I was a new agent today. This is more her experience, like what she did to do this, to sell 100 homes a year every year. It's her experience, her game plan, and all of that. But again, really, really good advice and wisdom. So you guys, this is the lineup. And if you like videos like these, if you want to hear more book recommendations, real estate business book recommendations, I have many, many more. So let me know in the comments if you enjoy a video like this, or just let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button. Guys, I completely forgot to mention, but I did tell you that I would be sharing the most impactful book in my real estate career at the very end. I do not know where my hard copy of it went, honestly. I have no clue where it's at. But the best real estate book that made the biggest difference is, drumroll, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller. I also read his book Shift by Gary Keller, How Tough Agents Tackle Hard Times, talking about how to thrive in a bad, hard housing market, which is also another book that was really helpful. But The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, you guys, if you haven't read it, you gotta read it. It's linked below as well. And I actually did an entire video dissecting this book, talking about how it has impacted my business. So I won't like sit here and repeat myself and talk about it again. But I will tell you, go to my channel, find that video talking about The Millionaire Real Estate Agent and how it has impacted my business, and basically just like dissecting it and giving a book review of that, because you're not gonna wanna miss the nuggets that came out of that book. If I remembered, I will link that below as well. So hopefully I do, so you can check the description of this video. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.